you've heard of, or maybe you've seen these videos with Planned Parenthood. I find them absolutely grotesque and unbelievable that you have people sitting there over a meal discussing the sale of baby tissues and baby parts. What do you make of that?
Well, you know, I have been very public and outspoken on this, and I would invite your listeners to check out the clip of me talking about this on Jake Tapper, CNN, or the videotape that I released with a set of pro-life leaders the morning this second videotape broke. This is not about whether someone is pro-choice or pro-life, although I am pro-life. This is about moral depravity. This is about the core of the moral character of this nation, the hypocrisy of lobbying against a woman's ability to see an ultrasound before she chooses to end the life she is carrying within her. Something that Hillary Clinton has lobbied against, by the way, over and over again. Oh, no. We can't let women see ultrasounds as they face a terrible choice of their unborn child. And yet, these same callous people sitting at that lunch table, as you mentioned, swilling their wine and eating their salads, are perfectly prepared to use ultrasounds to help them figure out how best to harvest body parts. And when the policy of the Democrat Party is it's not a life until it leaves the hospital, which is their policy, in fact, the hypocrisy to then say, well, these body parts are alive enough that we're going to harvest them for money. It is shameful. It goes to the character of our nation.
Let me ask you one final question. You're running in a heavy Republican field here. You've got Jeb Bush raising all kinds of money. It's harder to get your message out, although I must say you've been very effective. You've had one of the most effective messages out there, and it's consistent, and you're hammering away. But in terms of these debates and so forth and so on, what can you do to overcome this money issue when it comes to Bush or some of the others?
Well, you know, I've said all along I'm not going to raise as much money as a lot of these candidates. I'm certainly not going to raise as much money as Bush, but you don't need all the money all at once. It's worth remembering that at this time in previous presidential cycles, at this time in the cycle, the polls and the pundits and the money said Jimmy Carter couldn't win, Ronald Reagan couldn't win, Bill Clinton couldn't win, and Barack Obama couldn't win. So I think it's a little early to decide who's going to win based on the polls or the pundits or the money. And I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, which is talking with as many people as I can, speaking clearly about the issues that confront us, putting forward my solutions, talking about why I believe this election fundamentally is about conservatism versus progressivism, and why I think a different kind of leadership is required. And I'm going to put my faith in the good judgment and the common sense of the American people.
Well, I think you're running a very effective campaign, if that matters. Can you give us...
Thank you. It matters a lot. Oh, great.
Well,
it matters a lot.
Can you give us a contact if people want to get involved or give a donation? Where do they go?
Please go to carlyforpresident.com. carlyforpresident.com.
All right. Well, God bless you and be safe out there.
Thank you so much, Mark, for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure. Take care. I'm telling you, I'm going to give everybody a positive chance to make their message. I don't want to be the story. I want them to be the story. And I think she's been very effective with her speeches, don't you, Mr. Producer? She's pounded the hell out of Hillary. We have to take these liberals on. And I'm excited about candidates who do. And advance a conservative agenda. If we don't